welcome back to my channel. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video to help other people. And if there's crying in this video, I do apologize because telling this story is really emotional. I only told 5 people that I know, and 4 of them were girls, and 1 of them was a boy. So yeah, we're gonna get into this now. So to start off with, I was born in the US as well, but my parents are Brazilian. We're Brazilian people, but they were both born in Brazil. And then they had my older brother in 1997, Kenneth, and then they had me, which is Joseph. I was born 2001, October 3rd, 2001, at the CMC hospital at 8:45 p.m. at night. So yes, I know the time, but yeah, we're gonna start off with that. From the age of 5, it was my first day of preschool. Now, I didn't thought anything of it. I thought it was gonna be daycare and stuff like that, because I've only went to daycare at this place where my mom was good friends with this person. I've been going there, I think, ever since I was 3, and then I stopped, I think, at the age of 4 or 5, because that's when I started preschool. I went to a Christian school, Triborough Christian Academy. So that happened. So it was my first day of school. My mom was telling me, are you ready to go to school? Are you excited for school? And I'm like, what's school? Because I didn't know fully what school meant. But it was something that I was going with Kenny, and then Kenny said that you're ready to go into big leagues now because you're no longer going to be going to daycare. I was a little upset to it, but here's the thing. I have a little brother, Elisha, so we were both attached to each other. So for me, I honestly didn't really care, but for when he left me, when he leaves me, he cries. He cried a lot because they were trying to get us separated for me to go to actual school. So that happened. Preschool, can't say it wasn't anything bad about it. I did remember we're saying some words. I said some words that I shouldn't have said. I said stupid, shut up. Yeah, that was my preschool year. It wasn't as bad as it's going to be later on, but preschool, I had Mrs. Franklin, which she is a lovely teacher. She was so sweet and kind to me. It was her, Mrs. Coates, Mrs. Chubb, Mrs. Weber was our principal, and also her husband. They're all wonderful people. So if you guys are watching this, I still miss you guys a lot. So that's what happened to preschool. Kindergarten, honestly, there wasn't anything interesting in kindergarten. But now here's the thing with kindergarten. Let me actually go back a little bit. So there was a meeting of me and the special ed teacher. So trying to help me test myself, see where I'm at with life and stuff like that. If I could do this and this, if I can go up to the 1st grade. Until they realized that I was not ready to go to 1st grade. So it was me, and I'm not going to be using actual names for this. So it was me, and we'll call him Kevin. Yeah, Kevin. We both got held back together in kindergarten. So we both had to do the special grade called K6. Now, me and Kevin, we went off. We'd fight. We'd fight a lot. And he has a little sister. I'm not using the names, but we're gonna call her Lacey. Yeah, we'll call her Lacey. So Kevin and Lacey, they were, what was it? They were not rivals to me, but me and Kevin, we'd always fight, and we'd get in trouble by Mrs. Franklin and Mrs. Coates. And then there was the one time where we were both he was trying to cheat off my test, but that's when he got in trouble. Now this is where I got the idea, if I can cheat smart, I can get away with it. Did I get away with it? No, I didn't. So there was a spelling test, and I was looking under my desk, keep looking under, writing, looking under, writing, and then all I just heard was Miss Franklin saying, Joseph DaCosta D'Souza. When I heard that, I was like, hmm. And then she was like, get over here now. And then that's when like I realized that like I did something bad. Like I didn't know what to do. When I get in trouble, I cry. Like if I get in trouble, like I'll cry. Even right now, if I get in trouble, I cry. So when I was crying, cause like I couldn't speak, I couldn't talk and everything like that. And then she whispered me slowly to outside. She was like, was that the spelling test that you were cheating? Like basically the spelling words that I've studied that you have to study for, I was using that to cheat. I did not get any fart. I did not get farther. I didn't get anywhere. Yeah, that was bad. And then so they called my mom, and then my mom was like, "He what?" And then so when I got home, you guys know the routine. You get spanked. I got spanked hard. For Brazilian parents, they will spank really hard. So yeah, that's what happened. And then so I was doing K6 for an entire year as normal. But it was something it's something that's different, and ever since K6 I've been an IEP student. So an IEP student is technically where we'd have to whatchamacallit, ignore my dog, sorry. But we'd have to go to a different testing room. We get answers for the test, but like we take it differently. Like if there's like a writing prompt to it, we get alphabet. We get alphabet answers. I don't mind being an IEP student, but that's where like this is the situation of my story gets to. So nothing happened in first grade. Nothing happened. Okay, so second grade, that's when my mom was telling me about the school named John G. Whittier Elementary. So I thought nothing of it, and I was like, okay, I don't want to go there. But my mom was like telling me that like it's a good school. You will make a lot more friends. You'll get that education. You'll get that smartness that you will need. And so obviously I said goodbye to everybody. Everybody was upset of me and Elisha leaving because like we were like not the center circle, but it was like we made every time we had recess we made it like the funnest ever. And yes, we were the only black kids in kindergarten, preschool through second grade for me and for him too. So now we're gonna get to the main part of this episode. So second grade ended, had a good summer until third grade hit. So it was my first day of third grade. Thought none of it. I was just really excited to go. I couldn't sleep because I was just thinking on like the amount of fun, the amount of excitement I can have with making new friends. And so I try to act silly. I try to try to fit in until that day hit. Until once my mom was taking me and Elisha into the school. I thought it was like a really small school as well, because like I didn't do well with bigger classes and stuff like that. So yeah, so it was the first day of third grade. My mom was walking us in. She saw I was really nervous. I went behind her because like I was actually scared on like seeing that many kids in one area. It was like Elisha, he obviously didn't care. He just went. But for me, I was like really scared. But my teacher, Mrs. Resignal, that was her name. I did appreciate her and everything that she did. So we there was like a little card game that we had to wait. Sorry. So what happened was that she took my hand, not aggressively, don't worry, not aggressively, but like a calm hand, like that. And then I said goodbye to my mom. Had my backpack. I was wearing a blue shirt and khaki pants, in which everybody said today was like a dress down day, in which I didn't obviously knew that. My mom didn't knew that. And so that's what happened for that. I didn't knew anybody, as you can tell. So there was only, I think, 29 of us, because originally back in Triborough, there was only 10 to 12 per class. So for us, Well, for me, it was 30 kids in the class. Originally, it was supposed to be 29, but since I was the new student, it was 30. And so I got some looks. People thought different of me. And yeah, that's what happened. The first day, I tried to say hi to everybody, try to be friends with everybody. And then I met this one friend. He wasn't my friend for long because he was just someone it was someone that didn't want to be my friend anymore. So I'm gonna call him Chuck. Yeah, his name is Chuck. So Chuck and we hit it off the first day. He was there since preschool, so like he knew everybody. He knew everybody and everything like that. I sat with him at lunch, and everything was good. Like at least I made at least one friend. I told my mom that like after that, it was so much fun to like go there and then the week went on. After the 10th day of school, he didn't want to be my friend anymore because I was basically like the popular kid, and nobody wanted to be my friend. And then people were like being mean to him, saying that if you're friends with that black kid right there, you can no longer be our friend. And then he just did that in front of everyone, and I was just alone for that month and a half of hell. And then when I was trying to make friends, this girl, Daphne, we're gonna call her Daphne, she told me that you need to make friends, like, in like a way that she didn't want me to be her friend. She was like, you need to make friends. And I'm like, I don't know who to make friends with. Like, I didn't know how to make friends like that. I tried everything. I tried to be funny, and I tried to tell everybody how my life was, but like nobody cared. Nobody cared to pay attention to me. And once my birthday came, now this was probably like the best day of my life as a third grader. The only good day I had out of that whole year. My birthday, everybody wanted me to pick them to hand out cupcakes and everything like that. And then I just didn't know who to choose, so I chose Chuck. So me and Chuck, we hand out cupcakes and stuff like that. He got along with me great just for that day, because like if it was your birthday, you got to do something special. And then when I picked him, we both got stickers. We were both the headline leaders and stuff like that. And we both got like a special like sort of lunch for our birthday, because like my mom packed me something good, so I wanted to give it to one of them. So we both ate it. We both had a good time. And then that next day, I would try to talk to him again, but like he didn't want me to talk to him anymore. So that was the only best day I had in third grade, until this was where things got worse. During the month of October, there was like scary like Halloween like commercials and stuff like that. I got really scared, and then they all make fun of me because of it. Now, obviously, I don't get scared of that stuff anymore because like I'm a lot older, so I really don't care. But as a kid, I was like really scared of like Halloween decors and all that stuff. So when that happened, it just everybody was like just sick of me, like not just like, dude, it's just Halloween, like get over it. But like I was scared. Like we never celebrated Halloween. They all did, but we never did. What was the next thing? Oh, and also I was the only one that was 10 years old. I was the only person that was 10 years old in there. Everybody else was 9 and 8, and I think one of them was 7. I don't know. I have no idea. But wait, was I? No, I was turning 11. Yeah, no, 10. Yes, 10, because it's 2011. This year I'm turning 20, so 10, the age of 10. And I was the oldest. And then so, yeah, that happened. Until when there was a Halloween party, everybody was like, all getting dressed up. Everybody was like excited. The girls were doing like their little hairs and everything like that. They had people to come in until some of the boys were like looking at me. He's like, "Oh, it's the Christian kid that doesn't celebrate Halloween." And basically, I had like my head down like this. I didn't want to look at anybody. And then so like I just wanted to go home. But that's when my dad came pick me and Elisha up, because when we don't celebrate Halloween. So whenever it was like the Halloween tradition party or something like that, we'd stay home. So my parents didn't realize that, because one, we went to a Christian school. They didn't celebrate a Halloween like that. So we got picked up, we went home. That's what happened. And then another thing that happened in October was Red Ribbon Week. It was, I don't fully remember it, but it was the first day that we all wore red, that we could wear any type of red. And so I didn't wear it, because I was the only one wearing blue. And then everybody was wearing red, because like my parents, they didn't get none of these notifications, because like one, we didn't know any of this stuff. And then so that's what happened. It was like, I don't know how to like explain this, man. So it was Red Ribbon. So it was the first day of Red Ribbon. I'm gonna say this just really quick. Red Ribbon Week. We were all supposed to wear red. I wear blue, because I didn't knew that this was a thing, and I didn't get my ribbon. And a lot of people, like, they were all like, "Why aren't you wearing red? Why aren't you wearing red?" And then some people like call me stupid and an idiot. So it was just so much hell to go through that. And then the next day, this one we weren't supposed to wear it. And then everybody was looking at me because I wore a red t-shirt. And then they were all like, "Oh my gosh, like, why are you that stupid? It was yesterday, not today." I just wanted to cry, because it was like, it was so much to deal with. It was so much, because people were telling me that like it wasn't that. And then Miss Resignal, she made me go downstairs to tell them to contact my mom about us not wearing school uniform. And then so I was the one wearing my red shirt for that day. It was just like, it was just so much to deal with. And then from that day on, I was just like thinking, I'm like, yeah, you're not gonna make any friends here. Until then this what got worse. We were all told we have to sit with our class for lunch. And so the boys sat on one side, the girls sat on the other side, which was a different table. So what I did was that like I tried to sit like in the middle, so I can like at least eat with one person right there and one right there. But they all told me to like, no, like, don't sit here. Like, they'll try to like clump for me not to sit with them. And so I'm not trying to cry right now. What happened was that I had to sit on the edge by myself. I just ate by myself, and just seeing everybody laughing, having a good time, it just made me realize like how much I missed in my old school. And then this is the last thing from third grade, from what I can remember, that was bad, and which made me just less of a person. So I always my dad got me like a little Oreo snack, and then so I was eating them, like just eating them by myself. I didn't want to bother anyone until when I'm trying to think of this, guys. I'm sorry. It's just so much to deal with, so much pain. But I was just eating it, just minding my own business, until one of the guys told me that like you should lick an Oreo. You should like lick an Oreo like that, like on the black piece, and put it back with the white frosting, and give it to Daphne. And so I was like, no, I'm gonna get in trouble. Until they're like, if you do it, you'll be cool like us. And look what I did. I did it. And then she immediately told Mrs. Rosignol. I got in so much trouble. And then I tried to blame it on them. And then they were all like, no, we never did that. We're all over here. And then I was just like, what? And then she told me to cross off a ticket, which we had tickets for a fun store. And then after that, I was just like in so much, like, I just wish that like people would leave me alone. And then they're all like people in my, like we had little groups. I was in a group of 5. And so everybody was like looking at me and I was just like this. And then I didn't know what to do. And then, of course, I should have told you guys this before in the beginning, but my mom obviously had to give the teacher a note saying if I could sit right in front of the board. So like there was like a group, it was a row 5, 5, 5, 5, and my mom told me that like if it's okay if you could try to sit up in the front, and like it was just embarrassing, kind of. So yeah, 3rd grade was just a mess and a struggle. 4th grade, I guess it was like kind of alright until 4th grade I got into this fight. Wait, was it one? No, I got into 2 fights. Both were in my class. No, 3 fights, I'm sorry. Both were in my class. These 2, they hated me. They hated me with a blooded passion. One of them stuck the finger at me. One of them, another person was like, but yeah, so what happened was that this fight, I'm gonna tell you guys, it was with a girl. I tried to act funny, but I didn't meant to act funny, until she turned around and smacked me right in the face and told me that like you need to stop acting like you're stupid, you little dirty. That's what she told me. And so the lunch lady saw it. She took us both to the office. I was telling her that like I felt really bad, and I told her I'm sorry. And then because she got lunch detention and she couldn't have recess for a month. And then when I was off the hook because I didn't hit her, they let me go. And then I told her I was sorry, like I was really sorry. And then she told me to just shut up and leave me alone. Guess what? That got around, and everybody was like looking at me as this bully now, because even though I got bullied, they were all thinking of me like this bullying is an okay thing. It's not. It's really not. Until like halfway through 4th grade, I met this friend. She was really nice to me. Actually, was one of the friends I still have to this day. We both go to the same school. Lori, we're gonna call her Lori. So Lori and we were connected like this. We were close like that. Did I develop a little crush? Okay, so here's the thing. I developed a little crush on this person for about 6 years until I just not gave up, but I realized that she wasn't the one for me when I got older. We were both like so connected. We were both like having fun. Like we were just everything. At least I had one. It was her and another girl, Brittany. We're gonna call her Brittany, but actually her actual name was Bridget. So Brittany. So I at least had those guys, and then one more, and it was another girl too. Nev. We're gonna call her Nev, but her name was Nevea. So Nev. She was like another friend of mine. She's down in Florida right now, I believe. We haven't talked ever since 6th grade. Kind of. That's gonna be later. So what happened was that those were at least like my friends that I had in. We made like a little circle. of friends. I obviously couldn't sit with them at lunch. They all sat together, and I just sat by myself still. But yeah, fourth grade wasn't that bad until a new kid came. We're gonna call him Benny. We'll call him Benny. He looked not. I'm not trying to say Asian because like that's rude. So he looked like that, but he had like spiky hair and everything like that. He'd make fun of me and constantly, constantly made fun of me for being black. Just you're alone. He stuck the finger at me. He tripped me, and he would do like some death threats in the bathroom. He would like write stuff and saying that I did it, and then I would get called to the principal's office because of his dirty work. He got away with it a lot. And then Mrs. Walker. So fourth grade, I had Mr. Hartnett. He's a nice guy. I'm not sure what's he doing right now, but he was a nice teacher to me. And then Mrs. Walker, she's my fifth grade teacher. So we're in the fifth grade story now. She was like, no, I'm not gonna say strict, but like she was a good teacher. She was a perfect fifth grade teacher. I'm just gonna say that. And she also did marching band too, for when she showed us like her flute picture in the band. So that's what happened. Like fifth grade, I'm just gonna let you guys know, fifth grade was a hell of a time for me. People, like, even though when I just turned 12, I was still the oldest, unfortunately. And yeah, fifth grade was just actually a nightmare. Oh man. I'm trying to stay strong, guys. I'm sorry. So fifth grade, like, this was like the worst year than third grade. Fifth grade, like I told you guys, Benny, he was one of my bullies. And then another one, Chris, we'll call him Chris. He was small. It was like small, but like I was taller than him. He said some. This is where I also developed cursing as well, which don't ever curse, guys. Seriously, it's not good. He started cursing at me. When the teacher turned around, whenever he got in trouble, he did the finger. And then he told me that, like, you telling me you're dead. Like, he'll literally do, like, a fist and, like, just be like, that's me. And I didn't know what to do because, like, I was scared. And it was that, and then everybody was, like, excluding me. And then the circle of friends that I had, just only, like, 4, one of them moved away. That was Brittany. She moved away 3 weeks into 5th grade. And then Lori, when there was a rumor going around saying I said something to her, she got mad at me, and I didn't know what I said until it was from the popular girls. And then I got mad because they didn't want, nobody wanted me to have friends. And this was like the hell thing too, was that I couldn't have any friends. Like, having friends in that life was hard. Did I do anything wrong? No, I didn't. I didn't do anything wrong to deserve all of that. And then, I'm not trying to, guys, like, I may not look like I'm crying, but like, I feel like I'm just like about to like burst it out. But this was when the teachers started to realize that how much I've been getting bullied because I didn't say anything. Until one day, I called one of the people a penis. There, I said a penis. I'm gonna get demonetized. But I told him that, and then he cried. He was like, "You called me that word." And then whenever I did that, it was like the teacher sort of didn't care. But when that happened to me, they grabbed my arm like this and they took me down to the principal's office. They called, obviously, my dad. My mom was at work, so she didn't pick up. I was scared to go home. I was scared. And then when I tried to tell my principal that, like, that this was happening, she didn't believe me until when literally the bully made such a lie that I wanted to go up there and just punch him in the face so bad because I was crying, like my hands were in a fist and I was shaking and I was also like scared to go home. Elisha was because we would always walk home because it was only a 1 minute walk, but I always feel like it's always like a forever walk home. Like it was a hell to keep going walking home. So that's what happened, and my parents were obviously disappointed. I had no recess for 2 weeks, and I had lunch detention for 2 weeks. And then when I came back to the lunch table, they're all like, it was fun while it lasted. And I didn't do anything to these people. Like, I didn't do anything to these kids. And I don't know. It was just, like, bullying is just something I don't want to stand. Like, I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Okay? So it's like, it was hard. Like, and then teachers started to notice that, like, are you being bullied? Are you okay? Because I would just go, like, I would literally go to school depressed. Like, what I mean by depressed? Like, depressed. Failed. I didn't want to fail. I was getting nightmares of people beating the absolute mess out of me. One of my dreams actually was me on this edge and just saw blood coming out of my hands like this, kind of like just dripping and everything like that. And I was crying so hard that at one point, for the 4 friends I was telling you guys about, which they were all girls, they were all running towards me, and then I stepped from the cliff and started falling to my doom. And that's when I woke up all sweaty, all tense, and that's when I couldn't deal with going to school anymore. And so the end of 5th grade got, you could say, somewhat okay. I just wish it was better. I wish it was better because people like that are such, I'm not going to say the word, but I didn't deserve any of that. I didn't do anything wrong. I try to be nice to people. I try to be nice to those kids and everything like that. And what also sucked was that it was me and just one person. We were the only black people in the grade. I wish I was just treated differently. And I'm going to be ending this video here because it's already been a half hour. If you're in 3rd, 4th, or 5th grade, don't take this bullying thing for, if you're getting bullied, don't worry about it, because there are millions of people in that school, wherever you are there to help you. And if you're a bully, I hope you got what you deserved. Hope you guys get what you deserve just by making someone else's day miserable as hell. And I was one of those kids, unfortunately. Every day, just going to school, trying to do good. It just depressed as hell. Just, I'm sorry if I keep saying hell, but it was depressing. So, yeah. Like, if you're a bully, don't bully people. Just stop the bullying. But before we end this video, I'm going to show you guys some things from where I grew up. From where I grew up. One of the schools I couldn't take a photo of it because one, it was way too far for me to drive, so it'll probably be like in another future episode. Yeah, I'm gonna be showing you guys the clips of my house, school I grew up in, and this isn't the end of the 5th grade. Just so you guys know, it's gonna be in the next part. So apparently there's gonna be 4 parts. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this half hour. I do appreciate it. And yeah, bye guys.